All right, everyone, so welcome to Down Home Backyard Gardening. This is going to be the March garden tour / week in review because I've been doing a lot out here over the last week. So sit back, relax, grab something to drink, grab some coffee, and let's check out what's going on in my little tiny suburban backyard. Okay, so as you can see behind me, I'm starting to plant tomatoes. And like at the intro, I'm bringing them outside, sticking them in the ground, getting them ready to rock and roll. Now, there's a lot that I still have going on out here, but let's go back a few days, check out what I did right over in this area. Now, as I'm spinning around right now, do y'all notice anything different about my backyard? Let me go back this way. Did y'all see it? Well, besides JoJo sitting there chilling, of course. So check out what I've been doing over this past week. We'll be right back. All right, y'all. If you have been watching this channel for a long time, this wheelbarrow I've had since the beginning of this channel. My daughter Darian and I created a fairy garden when she was, 5 years ago. So she was what? 11. And I'm always going to have a fairy garden in the garden. I don't care. Always have a fairy garden in the garden. To me, it just represents that time with her. It's fun to be creative. And down the road, why not have some fun with the next generation, if you follow where I'm going with that. Now, what I did when I made this is there's holes drilled in the bottom of the barrel. Holes drilled right down in there at the bottom. And then there's a piece of weed fabric under here. As you can see, there's a layer of rock and then the weed fabric laid over the rock, and that's just to help with drainage. I never wanted this to just sit and have soppy nastiness in it. You can see it's rusting on the inside. This thing is very, very old. The whole front there is caved in on me. I've lost one of those handles. I'm sure if I touch that handle, it'll break. I used to have this originally over in that corner, right over there. I'll show some pictures of it right here over there. Then I moved it over here, thinking this would be a great place for it. And now we're gonna move it to its last home. I'm gonna move it out front. I'm gonna get it out front inside the bush line, inside my, I'll show y'all. In this section, well, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let's get this thing moved first, right? Totally forgot to do one of those before I changed everything shot. So there it was before I started to really move this thing and how the garden did look. It's gonna look so much different, y'all. I love it. Okay, to say that was easy, I'd be lying my butt off, y'all. That was hard as I'll get out. My back is hurting, but I ain't gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get this thing out there. So I might be done for the night. Just keeping it real. But this is one thing that sucks about gardening by yourself. Man, JoJo doesn't count. She's out here. But she doesn't count. Now, where I'm gonna put this, I'll put it right in here. If I can get it down here. Okay, that was a lot easier than I thought it would be. At least this part. That part. Now I gotta get it over there without it. Can you help me? Hey. Okay, so this is a good thing about having a neighbor who is like the Hulk. All right, I'm filming, so I'm just letting you know. Can you help me move this right over there? I did all the hard stuff. Hey, buddy. Hi. I mean, I know you're all fans. Dude, I was stressing that. Why? Because it's heavy and by myself.
Yeah.
I got it out of. I dug it out of the ground though. But
It's cold.
well, I didn't know if you were here. Gotta love neighbors, man. And he's a former Marine, so. Okay, so this thing is way bigger than I imagined, or mentally thought about. So I'm gonna shift it a little bit. I think kind of further this way, just a smidge. Okay, so 100%. Being totally honest here, I like it up front. It is a lot bigger. Obviously, I should have known this, but I didn't come out and measure, y'all. I just think in my head, kind of using the eye, you know, thinking, hey, how's this going to look? But I think it's going to do good out here. If you all remember, what, a few weeks ago, I did the how to plant rosemary, or how to transplant, how to do clippings off of a rosemary plant. And yeah, I'm tired. Make more rosemary plants. The P word is slipping my mind. But I'm gonna put a bunch of rosemaries up front here. I've already got some plants that will come back, and then there'll be another video where I make where I redo the fairy garden right up here in the front. I can use different flowers up here because it gets shade in this area. Really excited for this. I think this is gonna be a great idea. A great place to put the fairy garden up front. Hopefully kids won't mess with it because this neighborhood's full of kiddos, but if they do, they do. It is what it is, right? Okay, so now that that is done, that was a big item off my to-do list, let's be real. Watch out, George. What you doing? You say hi to your fans? You wanna say hi? You wanna speak? Huh? Hey, you gonna speak? Say hi to all your fans. Say. Yeah. Baby girl, that bark is terrible. I swear. I'd be embarrassed if that was my bark. Okay. She's looking at the new real estate that's now wide open. So, obviously, I cannot leave this area open like that, can I? No. So, probably in another video later this week, I will post what I'm doing right here. But as you can imagine, I know that was a tease and I'm dying to tell y'all, but I'm thinking I'll just wait till I get everything in place, and then I can go ahead and tell everyone what I'm doing here. But you know, the thing with gardening, y'all, I know depending on what your garden is, I'm sure y'all feel the same way, but you never can have enough gardens, right? You can never have enough space to plant stuff, to grow stuff. And that is definitely what I'm dealing with. I need more space. I need more room to grow, and to grow vertically, because I'm running out of the ground. You know what I mean? You can only put so many of these, what do you call them? These pots and beds and everything out here. So, all right, y'all, I'm done. My back is killing me, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go ahead and tap out for the night. Okay, y'all, that was about 5 days ago. So what do you think of this area? Because I still haven't obviously got on to doing what I'm going to do in this area. Like I said in that clip, that'll be later this week, I promise. But what do you think of it that way? I don't like it. I mean, I actually do kind of like it open, but that's wasted. That's wasted yard right there, y'all. I need growing. I need more growing area. So that's coming. All right, I'll stop hinting around. I'm sure y'all can figure out. I'm sure y'all can figure out what I'm gonna do in that area. Okay, now before we get into the garden tour, the actual garden tour, let me show you something I do once a year, twice a year, that I've done everywhere. And at first you're probably gonna think, what is this guy doing? Trust me, y'all, this works. Even though it is 100% outside the box. Now, I do this once a year, sometimes twice a year. But I'm about to dig a trench in this bed right here beside me, in here, right down the center of this bed. And what I always do, well, you know what? Why don't I just show you, and then I'll talk about it once I'm done. Okay, so any ideas? Anyone who's new to this channel probably doesn't have a clue what I'm about to do. I'm out of breath, y'all. But those that have been watching this channel for a while, I bet you have an idea what I'm about to do in this trench right here. So I'll be right back. Okay, you thinking I'm crazy or what? Know what you're thinking right off the bat. What is he doing? 2, what about his dog? 3, what about rodents? 4, has he completely lost his mind? 5, this goes against everything I've ever been told about putting stuff in the garden. Well, yeah, but I've been doing it for 4 years now. 3 years, 3 or 4 years. I've literally done it in every single, everything you see behind me, all these big beds, except for this one, I've done this in every single one of them. And what I do is I'll start saving old food. I know that sounds crazy, but for this purpose. Now, to avoid rodents, dogs, and everything else, I bury it deep, cover it up, put a layer of compost over top to also help mask the smell and to add extra amendments to the soil. Cover it up, plant, we're good to go. So, if you ever get to a point where you're like, man, I've got all this food, I don't want to throw it away, but everything tells me don't compost it, well, why not? Put it back in the earth, let whatever worms, roots, plants want to use that organic material for nutrients. Use it. I've literally done this everywhere. Now, full disclosure, if you're in an area that has a lot of stray animals, well, you're in the country and you got to deal with raccoons and opossums and whatever kind of other stuff you got out there, then that's, hey, you do you. I'm telling you, for me, this has always worked. And in fact, when I grew this zucchini, this rampant cotty zucchini right here, and I had done all of this right here, right over in there, this time last year. So it's on you. This does work. But you do what's best for you. I'm just showing you, you can do this, even though it goes against all the rules. Okay, so I do that in case, just in case something gets a whiff and wants to start digging. They're gonna have fun trying to dig through that. But I've never seen JoJo digging anywhere where I've done this, where I've planted food like that. But just be on the safe side. Till I actually get stuff planted in here, I'm gonna leave that grate right there, just to be on the safe side. Now, as I'm showing here, before we get into the garden tour, you can see all the work that I've been doing throughout the week. I have been cleaning up areas, getting rid of so much stuff, because I'll be totally honest with y'all, when I make videos, I make the videos, then I go and edit and do whatever I gotta do, and then I come back later and then I clean up areas, like with the rose bushes. When I pruned the rose bushes, those trimmings sat there for I don't even know how long. So it's been days actually since I moved the wheelbarrow out of here, let alone everything else I've done. Amended both these corners, getting them ready for the sunflowers that are going to go in right there, amending all these beds that you're seeing me doing right here. Been doing a lot, but that's just part of it, right? It's part of the joy of gardening and being in your garden and prepping and just having fun, being in your happy place, your zen place. I still have a lot of work to do in here to get the sweet potatoes out here that's going into this bed. As you can see, this needs to really be, this bed really needs some TLC bad. Look at that, it's completely off the brace right there. But we're getting the tomatoes in. And that's important. Also, I'm going to start doing I've got a lot of, I still have so much to do in regards to planting. Yeah, it's just, there's so much to do. And I'm so behind on where I wanted to be, especially considering those freezes that we had. I've got tons of pepper starts inside that I have to get outside here. Get them into pots, get them going. But with the peppers, I'm gonna make my own blend for the peppers, because I'm gonna put just about all the peppers in pots. I want to be able to move the peppers around based on the sun, based on the heat, and all that. So I've got a lot up here still going that I have to figure out. Man, now since this is a garden tour, let's actually show you some stuff that's growing. All right, so check out all these turnips, y'all. Look at all of them. They're not huge. Well, I say that right as, well, yeah, that's not super big down there. But I have a lot of turnips in here. I've got the carrots going, last year's onions, all the garlic. That's 2 of the bulbs. 1 to 2 of the bulbs in there is going to be the winner for the hashtag Garlic Challenge 2025. Right in there. The winner's in there somewhere. We got more carrots over here. And then check out all those tomatoes. We've already got some tomatoes going. Planted the other day. I'm gonna get all the rest of them out here. So by the end of this video, this entire bed will be full. We've got the basils planted the other day. I've got 6 different types of basils out here, y'all. This stupid mint, can't get rid of. And then of course y'all saw what I did right there. I have had nothing in there. I have had nothing in there digging at all. Even without that grate on there, nothing has been in there digging, as you can see. More basils right here. We've got a lizard hanging out. How you doing, little guy? All right, so a lot going on out here. Now, in regards to this over here, planting all those food scraps in that section of the garden, I guarantee it, just wait. Wait until, let's say June, and see whatever I plant right here. I haven't even decided what I'm going to plant right here, probably eggplants. But watch how good those eggplants are doing. I guarantee they are going to be doing fantastic because of all that chicken scrap, all that food, all that energy that's down there. Watch, guarantee it. All right, everyone, I know this isn't the typical garden tour because, well, technically I don't have a lot to show that's growing. Everything I have for this month really is catching up, planting, prepping, and all that. All the, the non-glamorous but fun stuff also. I'm telling y'all right now, that last freeze we had set me back about 10 to 12 days, where normally the beginning of March, my March garden tours, I'm showing what has already been planted and what's already growing up. Right now, because of the circumstances and this crazy weird weather we've been having here in the spring Texas zone 9A area, is just really thrown me behind. So that's why this one's a little different. I thought I'd show what's been going on throughout the month and what I'm currently doing right now. If y'all enjoyed this video, if you got anything out of it, do me the 3 favors: share, like, and subscribe to this channel if you've not done so already. I speak on behalf of everyone who is part of the Down Home Backyard Gardening family. We want everyone to join, subscribe, comment, share, and just be part of this amazing, fast-growing community of like-minded gardeners here on YouTube. Everyone take care, God bless, continue to shine bright, harvest hard. Hope your spring preparation is in full effect. If you are actually down in the south and you've got your gardens going, I hope they're going well. I'll talk to y'all again real soon. Bye.